we get into the main card. I want to see the main card as well, but I feel like it's a foregone conclusion. But Edgar Berlanga steps in there to fight Canelo Alvarez, right? Now, can Edgar Berlanga shock the world, or can he do anything to shock the world? If you were giving him advice, what would you say to do?
I think the biggest thing with Edgar Berlanga, he can't go in there being overzealous. That's one. But also he can't go in there acting like Jermell Charlo and looking for a paycheck.
Fair.
I think in this fight, being completely honest with you, I think he needs to capitalize off of kind of Canelo's inactivity, especially in the beginning rounds. Not be too inactive, but also pace yourself at the same time, right? Don't over pace yourself, because I think what's going to happen is fighters getting there with Canelo, especially in the beginning round, and then especially because this is one of the biggest stages he's fought in, his nerves is going to be alert, right? Reminiscent of Frank Martin versus Tank Davis, where he's going back in the early rounds exhausted because everything is firing off all cylinders. He's not staying calm, right? So I think staying poised is probably the most important thing, right? Having faith in his chin, if he has one. I know we've seen him drop, but, you know, having faith in his chin and also having faith in his power. He's really going to have to rely on his power for this fight. You know, He has to pop. It's just a matter. And we know Canelo has a granite chin, but hopefully his power can just be seemingly different than anything we've seen thus far, right? So I would probably say he needs to rely on his power and just setting up shots, but also like just using his size. He's going to have to use his size against Canelo. You know, keep him back, using his distance like Bivol, and hopefully they prepared it by looking at that fight between Bivol and not necessarily mimicking Bivol because they have two different styles, but he has to use length and really try to pressure Canelo and be able to, if they can absorb his punches and just kind of not stay in the inside for too long. That's probably the only thing I could give him, honestly, because Canelo got him beat in every department. The only department that's probably closest is maybe power.
Yeah. For going into this fight, I think Edgar Berlanga is going to have to be able to fight on the back foot, right? And it's not necessarily saying fight the entire fight on the back foot, because that's tiring as well. But I think there's moments when Canelo's walking him down that he's going to have to, like you said, use the length, use that jab, and, you know, kind of just reset him, like throw Canelo off. Don't just let him comfortably walk, you know, reset him. And then maybe, you know what I'm saying, circle out of there, change the angle on him. So without exhausting yourself as well, right? But I just think it's to keep resetting him. Don't let him get comfortable. Don't let him cut that ring off before you know it, like you're out of real estate, right? So I think he can fight on the back foot, you know, using the jab, probably use that jab to set up maybe a strong right hand, just throw Canelo off and then circle out of there. I think use some movement. We have also seen Canelo get kind of tired. So if you can, because he's still going to be swinging at you. So if you can kind of like circle out of there and make him some of those big misses, we can see him kind of exhaust himself as well. So it can be a battle of attrition. But I don't know. Like you said, he's going to have to make Canelo respect him. So it can't be all fighting on the back foot. At some point, he's going to have to cautiously take the fight to Canelo as well. Like we know Berlanga is a big puncher. Canelo has a good chin. But can it just be enough? Not necessarily fear of being knocked out, but fear of, okay, I can't keep taking those all night. Can you land something? You know, however, Canelo has great head movement. He'll put that high guard up. Do you want to take the chance of going to the body, you know, with the size difference? That's really kind of like a journey down there to the body, but it could help. But I don't see Berlanga winning this fight.
I don't think any of us do. You know, maybe there's a small percentage out there that just have faith in him, and it's tough, right? Because Berlanga's from New York, right? We from New York, right? But at the end of the day, we still got to be rational, right? We still got to be, you know, very objective and logical, and not just, oh, I'm just supporting him because he's where I'm from, right? That's kind of like, all right, then you can't even be trusted if you can't even be honest with yourself. So I think, you know, at this point, I don't give Berlanga any chance of winning, but if we're going based off percentage, it's definitely less than 20%, and that's just the puncher's chance. If he somehow hurts Canelo, or Canelo has something going on that he can capitalize off of, it's just, oh man, the lack of experience. Just Canelo's seen so many different styles. He got the experience, you know, and he's very durable. He's very durable, you know. He's fighting guys at 175, so he's always fighting bigger guys, and he's not getting stopped, let alone dropped. So, you know, see.
I'm glad you said that about Canelo not getting stopped, because I think if Canelo puts his money where his mouth is, and allegedly what he's been saying recently, I think we can be en route to seeing Canelo get stopped, but it's not against Berlanga. But apparently instead of fighting Benavidez after this fight, allegedly the rumor is Canelo's interested in the winner of Bivol Beterbiev, but I think he's more interested in the winner, hoping that Bivol wins. But now, like I said, put your money where your mouth is. If you're interested in fighting the winner of that fight, right? Because we know Benavidez wants the winner, but you know they're saying, oh, Canelo's going to block Benavidez by stepping up and taking the winner of that fight.
Yeah.
But let's say Bivol doesn't win that fight, and then Canelo has to get in there with Beterbiev.
He's getting stopped immediately. I'll put money if Arthur beats Bivol, especially if he stops Bivol, and Canelo goes up to fight Arthur, Canelo's getting stopped. Absolutely, he's getting stopped. No question.
Like, yo, if he doesn't, bro, you're gonna have to rank his chin all time, bro.
Bro, if he can get past Arthur, right, and
not even winning, just like not
even Canelo is probably top 3, hands down, probably top 2 best chin of all time. Definitely. I don't think people understand what type of vicious puncher Arthur is. Bro. He is a man possessed. You hear the sparring stories where people saying it feels like they've been levitated this earth, hit by this car, like multiple people saying, and based off it, look at his performances. He is a vicious puncher, a godly puncher. He's probably going to go down as one of the biggest punchers of all time if you know boxing.
Yeah, like pound for pound. And the scary thing about him is, for the most part, he's not even landing that clean. A lot of time he's punching through the guard, kind of catching you in awkward positions. I think the cleanest I've seen him land against anybody was Joe Smith, but that strategy was terrible. Thinking you were going to go toe-to-toe with Beterbiev and just out-muscle him. You know, so he landed very clean on Joe Smith. And you see that fight ended in the second round. Like, it was crazy. But we're both going Canelo. I guess I got to ask you this, though. Stoppage or just Berlanga goes the distance?
Ooh, I got Canelo by stoppage. I think Canelo stops him.
Early, late, where?
Oh, late stoppage, I would say. Okay. I don't think he's going to carry him like he did Munguia. I think Canelo's going to be motivated to try to get the stoppage. But then again, I could see Berlanga surviving, though. I mean, they're equally favorable, but I'm going to go Canelo stoppage. Yeah. Stoppage in the 11th.
I think Canelo stops him somewhere between 6 and 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I think somewhere between 6 and 9. It just, man, you know this from sparring and stuff. Just when you're in there, bro, it can be suffocating when someone's just in your face. And if you're not used to that, especially at this level, bro, it can just be like suffocating and exhausting. And you're just like, you hear that thing, you're like, oh my God, let me go sit down. But it's already time to get back up. And you're like, oh man. And then same situation again. And I just don't know mentally, right? It's going to be a mental game for Berlanga, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I just, you know, say what you want about Jermell, but I think Jermell had enough experience to understand how to survive and make it through the fight. I just don't know if Berlanga has the same. So I'm going to go Canelo stoppage somewhere between round 6 and round 9.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Make sure you guys jump in the comment section. Tell us what you think. You know, can Berlanga shock the world, or is Canelo en route to another easy victory here?